Hey everybody, today I'm going to make a recipe that I've been thinking about, and it just seems so good in my mind I couldn't wait to share it with you. It's pretty simple and I think it's going to have really big flavor. So I'll say that we use the jumbo shells in this, and I went ahead and cooked those just so that we'd have those done ahead of time, and there was nothing special that I did with those. So now I'm going to put you where you can see I'm cooking some bacon. And the bacon is done. I don't have it real crispy. In my opinion, if you get bacon real crispy, it loses some of its flavor. So I try to do it just a little bit soft. I should have gotten something different to get this out with. It's taken a good while. Okay, now this bacon left not a huge amount of grease, but a pretty good amount, an amount that I think will be good with the recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and add this chicken, and it's one breast that I've cut up in pieces. And I think it will be plenty for the recipe. If you can hear the coughing, it's my husband who is still sick. So what we want to do is get this chicken fried up. And it's the breast meat, so it won't take long. And it's cut fairly thin. So when I boiled the shells, I just filled this pan up with water and put the shells in it and cooked them in that, trying to save on having to wash dishes. And I'm going to do, other than doing the mashed potatoes, I'm going to do everything in this pan. And I don't know if I told you what kind of recipe we're going to do or not, but it's a chicken Alfredo mashed potato pierogi bake. Anyway, like I said, I think it's going to be really, really delicious. So while this is boiling, just a second. While this is boiling, I'm going to get the potatoes on to make, and I'm just doing instant potatoes and I don't measure. I just pour and hope for the best. And this will bake in the oven for a little while, so if you happen to not get your chicken cooked all the way through on top here, then it will finish cooking in the oven. And it's getting up all that really good bacon flavor in it right now. And I have my oven set on 350. That's what temperature I'm going to put this in once I'm ready to stick it in the oven. So I'm just going to let that cook for a few minutes. And let the potatoes come to a boil. And I always put, or I try to, some cream cheese in the potatoes. It just takes the potatoes to a whole different taste when you do that. It makes them very rich tasting and really, really good. So with this amount of potatoes, I'm going to use half of a thing of cream cheese. So I have that ready. And our chicken is just cooking right along. When the potatoes get ready to make, I'll go ahead and cut the burner off to this because we'll be finished with it. The two best, or the best thing I think I could smell is bacon with garlic in it. I think that smells so good. And here are the shells I cooked up. Hopefully I'll get to use all those in the recipe. And what shells I don't use, or what's left from the recipe today, I'll be freezing. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. I'm going to push it over a little bit so that that'll have more room to hurry and come to a boil. It's going to be spring break for the children at school soon. And we don't usually go on a vacation, but I think we're going to go to Pigeon Forge for a few days, which will be a lot of fun. I've never been to, what do they call that meal, where you see a show and eat a meal? Dolly Parton has that. Anyway, I'd like to see that, but I believe that's a little on the expensive side. I'm just going to fan out the chicken a little bit. You'll see why in a minute. And as I said one time before, the way I tell that my milk is ready is you can feel a little like film on the bottom. And if you see this dark thing swimming around, I had a little bit from the chicken on my spoon when I stuck it into the milk. So that's what that is. So this is my container with my instant mashed potatoes in it. it's getting that layer so it's ready. I'm going to try about 1.5 cups. And let's see how that does. I believe it's going to need a little more. About another 1/2 cup. Once these sit for a minute after you put the potatoes in it, they will thicken up even more. So I'm thinking these may go ahead and thicken up. I'm going to put the cream cheese in. You want to cut it small enough that it will melt in the potatoes. Okay. So I'm going to stir that up. I'm going to put salt and pepper. I'm going to put some butter. And I'm going to give that a stir. And then, if you remember the garlic that I made the other day, we've eaten about half of it. It is so good. And so I have some here in the bowl that I've mashed up. And I'm going to put it in the potatoes. Now I'll give it another stir. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, oh, I forgot my bacon. I'm going to put I put about 1/4 of the bacon in it. So now I'm going to take the shells, and they have set long enough that they've cooled down. And I'm going to put a bunch of mashed potatoes in it, and then I'm just going to set it down. And then, you know what I forgot? Because I always have to forget something. I'm going to use some cheesy Alfredo. And I'm just going to pour a little bit around on the pan. And I'll save the rest to top it with. So be generous with your potato. And just set it down in there. On top of your chicken, beside your chicken, whatever you do. And so I'm going to go ahead and finish filling up the pan with the potato pierogies, and then I'll be back. So now the shells are stuffed, and I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of this bottle of Alfredo. I don't like it swimming in the Alfredo sauce, just like a hint of it or a little more is good for me. So I'm putting that over the chicken and the stuffed shells. Then I'm going to take the rest of the bacon and sprinkle it over. It's a little hot. Let me rinse my hands. And then I'm going to put just a little cheese. Usually I put a lot of cheese, but I'm just going to put a little this time. Okay. Let me bring it up where you can see. That's what it looks like. I'm going to stick it in the 350-degree oven for 20 to 30 minutes, probably closer to 30 minutes. And then when it's done, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Our pierogi Alfredo dish has finished, and I'll bring it up so that you can see. It smells so good, and I think it looks so good. And so now I'll just get some up. And I haven't let it sit at all. I just took it out of the oven. If you let it sit, it will stay together more when you dish it out. I was trying to find a little more chicken, but I really don't know how much I got there. But this is it. So I'm not sure if that messed up or not. So, and I apologize if it did, but here's the pierogies and the chicken Alfredo. So it smells really, really good. And my hair is really, really lopsided. But anyway, I think this is going to be delicious. I just love potatoes any way you fix them. And my family, besides myself, likes Alfredo. So I think it will be a big hit. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.